And of course, we are all trying to still understand and cope with what happened 2 weeks ago in Lewiston.
Of course, that includes Maine's deaf community, which lost 4 of its own. Here's News Center Maine's Ann Baldridge.
You know, deaf culture and the deaf community is like family in that we have a lot of connections and know one another.
Terry Morrell is the director for the Division for the Deaf. He says the community is struggling with the loss of 4 of their members.
I know all of the individuals who were deaf that were there. We're a very tight-knit community, and so I knew who all of them were.
Morrell estimates there are anywhere between 500 to 800 culturally deaf people in the state. They've been hosting events to come together, like last Thursday's Deaf Space event put on by Sarah Carter.
You know, we all knew them. It wasn't like just some stranger. We would see them often, so it really did feel like family. It was much harder. I think in the hearing world and the hearing society, you know, it's a much bigger, less connected society, and for the deaf world, we're much smaller. We know each other a lot more personally.
Carter knew 3 of the 4 victims. That's Brian McFarland, just right of center in this photo with her, and 3 others. They graduated together from the Baxter School for the Deaf in 2000.
Their names, we don't want to let their names ever fade.
For now, while the pain is still fresh, their names are front and center. And in the months and years to come, what happened 2 weeks ago will only strengthen the bonds in Maine's deaf community and its resolve.
Sometimes it's hard to put into words how that connection and closeness is. But again, I can think about with this mass shooting that happened, we're seeing, even though we were connected prior to that, this has brought us closer together.
Morrell says he is working with those at the federal and state levels to make policy changes and better access to resources for their community. In Portland, Ann Baldridge, News Center, Maine.
To find deaf counseling services or learn how to be a volunteer for the Maine Association of the Deaf, just head to deafmaine.org.